Good morning, guys. This morning we are going to read through and annotate your Unit 1 Week 2 assessment. Yesterday, remember, we went through in our small groups and looked at the questions. So today we're going to read together and think aloud together, and then you'll be off to answer the questions now that you have the passage to go with it. So the title is the first thing that I'm going to notice, or first thing I notice when I start looking, and it says shark. I'm going to do a blue, since that makes me think of the water. Shark! Right this second, I'm not sure if it's a fiction or nonfiction passage. It could be fictional or nonfiction. So I'm going to kind of skim the text. And as I start skimming, I'm not actually reading. I see the name of a place, Macaroni Beach. I see Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I see dates, 2013, 2012. So I'm seeing some nonfiction text features that really make me think this is probably a nonfiction text. So I'm going to make that note. Remember, that helps my brain to know that as I'm reading, what I'm reading is true. Okay? A sign near Macaroni Beach warns people, avoid swimming near seals. Oh, I remember that, something about that from my question, so I'm going to highlight that. The number of seals has been increasing on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Seals are now a common sight in the waters off the coast. Interesting. It says they're common to see them. There's a lot of them, but avoid swimming near them. I wonder why. I should stay. Ooh, capital I. The seals don't pose a big danger themselves. Aha! There's that kind of answer. I cannot talk this morning, you guys. There's giving me a little information about that. I wonder why. Now they're telling me, well, the seals themselves are not a danger. They're not scary. But seals attract great white sharks. Oh, we now see why we should stay away. Seals are a favorite food of these large predators. Ooh, they're their favorite food. They don't just eat them, it's their favorite. So it's a good idea to stay away from seals near a beach. So I'm just going to put down here, I feel like I remember a question about seals and sharks. I think I remember that. So I'm going to kind of highlight that here because when I come back to answer my questions, that might help me remember if there was a question. Look here in this paragraph. Shark sightings have led to many beach closing. Macaroni Beach was shut down twice in 2013. Oh my goodness, they were shut down twice due to shark sightings. Must mean there's a lot of sharks. Nearby town beaches were also closed. In at least one case, the shark was a harmless basking shark. I remember this. Do you guys remember this? With a question, something about basking sharks. It was not a great white shark. So I'm just going to remember that over here, this might have something to do with a question. Remember something about basking sharks and great white sharks. Shark attacks are rare. Interesting. Did you guys know that? We always are kind of, I think, are led to believe they're kind of scary. But it says that they are rare. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Put my little exclamation mark like, wow, since I can't draw my emoji face. In 2012, a great white attacked a man at Cape Cod Beach. It was the first shark attack there in 77 years. Wow, that's a long time to not have any shark attacks, don't you think? I'll add my little exclamation mark there too. In fact, humans are not a prized food of great whites. That means they don't really like to eat us. That's nice to know. But sometimes these sharks confuse human swimmers with seals. Oh, so now it's all starting to come together. I'm going to put a answer highlight here because I think I remember something about this idea. I get it. Sharks might think we are seals and attack us, which is why I don't want to swim near seals. I get it. Woo! All right. Area towns work to teach people about shark safety. Swimmers should follow a few simple rules. Don't swim near seals. Get out of the water if seals are nearby, and don't swim alone, especially at dawn or dusk. Don't wear black wetsuits and flippers. That was another something in a question, wasn't it, about the black wetsuits and flippers? So I'll know to come back here and read if I need to. Beach closings and shark sightings worry some business people. Cape Cod's #1 industry is tourism. I wonder what tourism is. Visitors spend millions of dollars every year. Aha! Visitors. Tourism must be people who visit, because that was the very next sentence, so that lets me know what that word must mean. And that must have a lot to do with these business people and why they're worried. Because I think, maybe I'll make this yellow. Do you remember that being a question? Something about business people worrying because these visitors spend millions of dollars. So it's kind of like those shellfish having a text-to-text connection. Text-to-text connection about the economic crisis and solving problems. You guys remember when the industry went down because the pollution? It reminds me of that. Shop owners and others say that seals and sharks are a big draw. Local stores sell shark merchandise. Oh, I remember a question about that shark merchandise, such as clothing and toys. I'm going to highlight that in yellow. Thousands of people take seal cruises each summer. Some of them only go because they hope to see a great white shark. All right, and then we have a question about the chart and the passage that had the checkbox. You guys remember that, where it said, did I learn this in the passage when I read, or did I learn it in the chart, or did I learn it in both? So here's that chart. It's talking to us about the size of great white sharks and basking sharks. So the great white shark is up to 20 feet. Basking sharks are up to 40 feet. Wow, I didn't know. I was expecting the basking shark to be smaller. I didn't know he'd be bigger. That's kind of interesting. The color of a great white shark is gray top with white bottom, and the color of a basking shark is a grayish brown to black color. The fin is often what we use to help identify whether it's a shark or a dolphin too. The fin of a shark is triangle shaped. The fin of a basking shark is long and rounded at the end. Diet, and diet doesn't mean they're trying to lose weight. Diet's what they eat. Great white sharks eat seals, sea lions, dolphins, and other sharks. Basking sharks eat plankton, very tiny floating plants or animals. How many of you guys are thinking about SpongeBob? Plankton. And human attacks. Great white sharks rarely attack humans, and basking sharks never attack humans. So there's quite a few differences here. Okay, guys, so as you go back and reread and answer questions, remember some of these notes we made. If I put them in parentheses, that was like a thought. If I put the yellow was to remind you that I remember hearing those questions when we annotated questions yesterday. So the yellow might be where you want to come back and focus if you are looking for answers. And the other colors are just interesting. You know, the exclamation mark means I thought it was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Interesting details. And this red down here was just a new vocabulary word for me, tourism. I didn't know what that meant, but I think it means the idea of the visitors coming and spending millions of dollars. And that also made me think about the text solving problems when the shellfish industry started to crash and there was an economic crisis. So that I put my connection in there. And then your chart. So I hope that this is helpful for you today as you're thinking about the questions on your text or on your test, and that you're able to use these notes and these thoughts and this think aloud with me to help you think about the best answer choices for your story. See you guys in a little bit at morning meeting.